Okay, still in Puerto Vallarta. Look at how amazing this beach looks, but it's so hot. Like, I don't think we're doing anything out here. I have like literally all my church clothes on still. So, we are in, it is so hot though, for real. We're just going to be reading like this because this is how we're going to read. It's kind of funny. Hopefully, you can see what I'm doing. And I have to kind of like read like this, which means I'm going to be at an angle, like some kind of working out thing. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put my hair back because it is so hot. Um, Today is the Sabbath, and you know, I keep telling my kids that it's not about what we can't do on the Sabbath, but what we can do on the Sabbath. But I don't think that we talk about that enough because now we're here at the beach and um, I was trying to counsel with the hubby about stuff, and I don't think it worked out as well as I had planned. So, anyways, so I'm out here by myself, and just goes to show you, we're still learning uh, communication, and we're still learning. Like, I am not great at communicating it, and I'm not great at life and in general. So, I mean, this is my first time living on earth too. So, and being a parent and being a wife. So we're just doing it. But anyway, here we go. We're on 3rd Nephi chapter 22. This one is 17 verses, so we're grateful for that. Here we go. And we had to switch positions because I didn't want the fronts of my legs to be like super burned. And so this is where we're at. Okay. In the last days, Zion and her stakes will be established, and Israel will be gathered in mercy and tenderness. They will triumph. Compare Isaiah 54, about 34 AD. About AD 34. And then shall that which is written come to pass. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing sunglasses and not my actual glasses that help me read. So if I stutter, that's why, and I'm sorry. But it's like so bright, like the sun shining back on my eyes, like my face. Look at this. My sun shining back in my eyes is like no bueno. So I have to wear my sunglasses, not the reading glasses, because it's so bright out here. Okay, so it says, and then shall that which is written come to pass. Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear. Break forth into singing and cry aloud. Thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thy habitations. Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood any more. For thy Maker, thy husband, the Lord of hosts, is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the whole earth, shall he be called. For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieven in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy God. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer. For this the waters of Noah unto me, for as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth, so have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith the Lord that hath mercy on thee. O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted. Oh, Doesn't that sound like everybody, though? I feel like I'm afflicted and tossed with tempest right now and not comforted. Behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors and lay thy foundations with sapphires. And I will make thy widows of agates and thy gates of carbuncles and all thy borders of pleasant stones, and all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shall thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall surely gather together against thee, not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals of the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall revile against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Wow, it is so hot. Okay, so I did have some thoughts really quick. Let's see if I can say them and not lean back. It's like a weird position. Okay, so something in Sunday school, they were talking about this lesson, and it was in Spanish, so I was trying really hard to figure out what he was saying, because I can speak Spanish and I understand Spanish, but like I said, sometimes that gospel doctrine in Spanish is like, what? I don't know what you're saying, and it's probably why I needed Hank Smith to kind of dumb things down for me a bit, because I could not understand stuff. And I feel like as soon as I started listening to Hank Smith talks, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm being completely serious, because I think even with reading the Book of Mormon several times over, I think it's still we still need each other. We still need people in our lives, and because people bring the beauty that they bring with them, and different things that they bring are like just awesome. And everybody has something that they can contribute to your life that is positive, and that's good, as long as you are willing to see it and are open to it. Anyway, so like I said, I was trying to learn from this Sunday school teacher, trying really hard, and he was trying to point out these scriptures and talking about the barren wife who couldn't bear children, and I can relate to that. And the what the what was it? What was it saying? Oh, and he was saying how we have reason to rejoice. Like, this is what the scriptures are saying anyway. It says that we can sing. It says, "Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear. Break forth into sing and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord." And when I'm trying to understand this, I'm like, wait, what are you saying, right? Because I'm trying not to be offended, right, by the Lord saying this, right? Because it's like the Lord's not ever going to try to offend you. He's just trying to teach us something. So what is he trying to teach me? What is over here? Anyway, is it here? I don't know where it is. Anyway, what is he trying to teach us? So to me, he's trying, at least what I'm getting from it, and struggling with infertility, that I've been through that, is like, he's saying, just because you didn't get to bear children doesn't mean you can't minister to those who need ministering to, those who are in desperate need of that love, because they have been left desolate. Like, that means like left alone and by themselves. President Monson was so good at ministering to the widow and the lonely people, and he was such a good example of that. And maybe that's what he's saying to us, is like, look, you might not have as many children as you want, Linda, but there are a lot of people out there that you can minister to that are not your children, but that you can minister to them. And when I was serving in primary with two of my friends, I mean, three of my friends, it was, we all had struggled with infertility in some way. And our primary children were like the children we never got to have. And we just loved on those kids so hard. They were like the cutest. And we would invent activities to have them come. And I would love to have, like, invite them over to my house and do crazy things last minute. And anyway, probably not the most, I would say, organized uh, activities that we would try and throw together, but they were awesome and the kids felt loved. And I mean, honestly, I thought it was well organized. I couldn't have done it better by myself, that's for sure. So, I mean, I thought that my presidency did a fantastic job. And so, um, anyway, we just got to love on them and we called them like our children that we never got to have, because it's true. Like, sometimes we think that because we don't have something in our lives that we are less than, or that the Lord doesn't love us as much or something. But really, it's just more of an opportunity to serve others. And we needed to sing and rejoice that we were able to serve in that capacity for the amount of time that we could. And I do. And I am so grateful that we got to serve those children. And, I've been called to serve as Relief Society president and as Young Women's president. And let me tell you, there are a lot of desolate people out there, desolate kids. Even though they have great parents, they need extra love. And so that's kind of another message that I take from that. Maybe where the message is that just because I don't have as many kids as I want doesn't mean I can't minister to as many people as I want. I have limitless amounts of people that I can minister to. And that's what the Lord is trying to tell me. Whatever the Lord might be trying to tell you is something that you need to counsel with the Lord about, obviously, and write that down. But I think that is the message that I get from here. Also, I guess another message that I get is I wonder if this was also a little bit for Christ, like where he was not loved in his homeland, that he's been given other sheep which are not of that fold, right? And that those people were able to love him more than the people that he was given to, basically. And I can appreciate how he could maybe learn that lesson, like, hey, I was born into a land that didn't accept me, but now I'm given people of other lands who love me and want me there and want me to stay there. And that's what those Nephites were doing for him. We're just really loving on him and showing him the love that he deserved and the love that he needed. So, those are a couple lessons that I got from it. So until 3rd Nephi chapter 23, stay strong, warrior.